What's a tragedy that eats you up inside? I used to work at a nonprofit that helped people experiencing homelessness, so I saw a lot of sad stories, but one breaks my heart every time I think about it. Carlos and Lucy were a young couple who both worked difficult, low-paying jobs, but then Carlos had a stroke and lost his ability to walk and speak. Lucy had to quit her job to care for him, and they couldn't pay rent and ended up in a shelter. Every time I met with them, I was struck by what a devoted wife Lucy was, and Carlos didn't need to be able to speak to tell us how much he loved her too. They still looked at each other like giggly newlyweds. We gave them some temporary financial assistance and a basic apartment. We got a caretaker for Carlos so Lucy could work again. With his caretaker, Carlos started taking the bus to the library every day, where he would use the computer to very slowly type the novel he'd always wanted to write. Amazingly, he finished the novel and sold it to a publisher. It wasn't a huge amount of money, but it was enough for them to buy a small home and no longer need our help. I remember them crying and hugging me and thanking me. They also told me that Lucy was pregnant. I was over the moon for them, which made it all the more shocking when 8 months later, Lucy, Carlos, and their newborn daughter showed up in my office, looking utterly destroyed. Their home had caught on fire because Carlos's electric wheelchair overloaded their outlet. The insurance company wouldn't pay because they said it was their fault. They were homeless again, and now with an infant. I couldn't believe such nice people had once again been so abandoned by the system. I don't work at the agency anymore, so I'm not sure what happened to them, but when I left, they were still destitute and living in our